sellinsouthflorida.com or call 561-267-4499. And Realtor Jerry will help your dream become a reality. Now, let's get ready for Houses and Homes. Here's Jerry.
Good morning, South Florida. It is a wonderful day here in the Sunshine State. My name is Jerry Cahalan. I'm with Exit Realty in Lake Worth at Lantana and Jog. I'm here to help you with your real estate needs, whether it's for buying or selling or prepping or whatever you may need. I am definitely here to help you out with that. If you have any questions during the show, after the show, you can always give me a call. My number is 561-267-4499. It's 561-267-4499. This show is live on the air on your radio station. It's also live on the web. You can watch the show live at sellinsouthflorida.com. sellinsouthflorida.com. Click on the Watch the Show tab. If you're interested in some local communities and what they're all about, there's a tremendous amount of gated communities in the area. You can also go to my website for that, sellinsouthflorida.com, and you'll see that there is a tab called the Real Estate Blog. And in the Real Estate Blog, I spend a lot of time on it. Actually, I do a lot of writing about real estate on my website, and you can read about the local communities, new houses for sale, exciting, interesting houses for sale, and all of that. Coming up on today's show, we're going to focus on things that you can do in your house when you're considering selling, and things you can do to improve it, and some things that you should not do, which will be real helpful for those if you're thinking of selling in 6 months or in 2 years or next week. Of course, if you're thinking about selling right now, you should call me because I can sell your house. When it comes down to selling houses, one of the things that people forget to think about is how exactly the realtor that they've selected is going to sell their house. Now, most people don't even have someone to think about when they start to think about selling their house. They don't have anything in their mind. They don't know anyone, so they pick the first person that they know, or they'll ask their friend or their neighbor or their aunt, hey, you know anyone in real estate? I want to sell my house. And they'll say, yeah, my buddy Bob does that. Give him a call. And so you call Bob and you say, hey, Bob, I want to sell my house. And he says, I'll be right over. Here are your contracts. I'll get your house sold. And that's it. You sign it and you're done. Folks, there's a lot more to finding a realtor to sell your house than someone that somebody knows. Okay, you have to do your research. There are good realtors and there are not so great realtors. And there are great realtors and there are really not so great realtors. You have to do your research. You have to figure out exactly what separates this person from somebody else and how they are going to sell your house better than someone else is going to sell your house. Now, at Exit Realty, where I work out of in Lake Worth, of course we cover all of Palm Beach County, we have got a tremendous marketing plan that we utilize to sell houses. Okay, the first thing that we have that not a lot of other people have, as far as I know, is an amazing list of buyers. I can click on my back end of my real estate site, and I have got hundreds and hundreds of buyers. Okay, so the first thing when I list your house, I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a flyer, and I'm going to send it out to all of my buyers that are on my list. I'm also going to send the flyer to all the other realtors in my office. Okay, and all the other realtors in my office are then going to have that information to give to their buyers. So before a house is even listed, before it even hits the market, it's going to be put in front of literally thousands of other potential buyers. That's fast marketing. Okay? That is what we do at Exit. We come up with a house for the right price. Okay, we're not going to overprice your house. If you've got a $400,000 house and you want me to list it for $500,000, I'm simply not going to do it. okay, because that's a waste of my time, it's a waste of your time, and nobody's going to buy a house that's priced like that. So we're going to come up with the right price. When a house is priced correctly, it's much more likely to sell. Okay, the second thing that we're going to do after we price it right and after we get it out in front of all of our buyers, okay, is we're going to market it properly on the web. Our website, exitrealtypalmbeach.com, has got a tremendous amount of traffic. Okay, it's one of the more popular websites, as far as I know, in South Florida when it comes to real estate. And that's because we do a tremendous amount of marketing. We're driving eyes to our site. We're driving eyes to your house. Over 80% of all real estate searches start online. Right? Think about it. It used to be you drive around on a Sunday afternoon and look for open houses and look for sale signs. That's how it used to be. And you get the newspaper on Sunday and you open up the home section, you go through and you find some things that might look interesting, thumbnails, you're looking in the classifieds trying to find something. Now it's all different. Now it's about listing it on the web. Okay, and we've got a tremendous web presence, and we do it right. We take enough pictures to exemplify what your house actually looks like. You know, I've got a lot of buyers. I've got a lot of buyers who are looking to buy houses, and so I spend a tremendous amount of my day online looking at listings. You know what's awful? When I go to a house that's $450,000 and there are literally 5 pictures. There's one of the outside, there's a blurry one of the kitchen, there's a picture of a closet, there's a picture of the backyard, and a picture of the refrigerator. And that somehow is supposed to sell the house. That's not what we do at Exit. Okay, we take enough pictures, and then we create a virtual tour. Okay, through our technology, we create a virtual tour of your house so people get a full understanding of what the house is about. I'm going to get back to that in just a little while. I want to tell you about a really exciting show that we're going to have next week. Next week, I'm going to have an incredible guest. His name is Paul Salo, and Paul will be calling in from China. Okay, he's born in the United States. He lives in China now, and Paul is a real estate agent in China. And Paul sells a lot of houses in China to Chinese buyers. Now, there are a lot of Chinese buyers that buy a lot of houses here in America. Okay, there are new millionaires being created every day in China, and they want to buy houses here. This show is going to be really geared toward my co-workers in the industry, to other realtors in the industry, because this show is going to be around how to get Chinese buyers, Chinese investors, to buy houses from you here in the U.S. It's not as simple as create a website and do some SEO on Google and hope that some millionaire in China is going to call you and say, "Hi, I'd like to buy that house." Okay, that's not how it works. Paul's going to be on next week to tell us all about how it does work. It's going to be an incredible show. Make sure that you tune in for that, whether you are just interested in how it works overall, if you're a real estate professional, if you have friends and family who are real estate professionals, if you're in the industry, if you're in the mortgage industry, this can be helpful to you as well. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday morning at 8:30 for our special guest, Paul Salo, who, again, is going to be calling in via Skype from China. It's very exciting. I've worked pretty hard to get this put together, and finally we have, with the abilities of my wonderful producer, Freddie, we're going to put together a fantastic show for you, and you're going to be blown away by how this whole thing works. We're going to take a look at a couple of listings, as we do every week. This week, we're going to talk about 3 listings in the upper echelon. I've spent a lot of time talking about houses in the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 range. This week, we're going to take a look at 3 houses in the $1 million range. Okay, well, above $1 million anyway. The first one that we're going to take a look at today is going to be in Delray Beach. Okay, it's listed at 1.325. Yes, it's a waterfront property. It's in Villa Rosa, which is in the Meisner Country Club. It's a Villa Rosa model in the Meisner Country Club. Okay, it's 5 bedrooms, 6.75 bathrooms because there's 2 half baths, and it is the Mediterranean design. It's an amazing property. Okay, it's been on the market for going on almost a year now, so that just means that it's waiting for the perfect buyer to come along, which might be you. Give you an idea of what the realtor has told us about it. It is the Villa Rosa model. It is a beautifully appointed home. It features the 5 bedrooms with the master suite, including his and her bathrooms, and also a sitting room. It also has the additional guest bedroom on the first floor, and a second master bedroom with 2 additional bathrooms on the second floor. And all the bedrooms, of course, have private bathrooms. It does have stained glass windows, the crown molding, the ceiling design is amazing. The custom window treatments. It's set on the golf course, of course, at Meisner Country Club, and it really is some place that needs a buyer because it's unique enough that it's been around long enough, but it is something that you definitely want to take a look at. That is in Meisner Country Club, and even though the house is listed at 1.325, still the HOA there is lower than you might expect. It's only 465, which isn't really all that much when you consider everything that comes with Meisner Country Club. If you're interested in that property or the other 2 that I'm going to talk about, you can give me a call. The number is 561-267-4499. 561-267-4499. You can also contact me through my website, sellinsouthflorida.com. sellinsouthflorida.com. My email address, jerryexitfl@gmail.com. Okay. The second one we're going to take a look at, and then we're going to take a break and cover the third one. The second one that we're going to take a look at is in Highland Beach. Okay. It's in the Bird Beach Estates. This place is listed at $4.25 million, and it is dramatic, might be a good word for it. It's on the Intracoastal, which a lot of people think that they'd rather have a house on the ocean. Well, let me tell you about having a house on the ocean. During the day, it's wonderful. Of course, you're at work, but during the day, it's wonderful. I mean, you're looking out over the ocean. How can you go wrong? As soon as the sun goes down, you're looking at nothing. Okay, it's black out there. You can't see anything. It's just, yeah, you can see some stars, but in general, there's nothing to see. When you're on the Intracoastal, however, you got the boats going by. You've got the city lights. It's, in my opinion, of the 2, oceanfront or Intracoastal fronts, take the Intracoastal every single time. This house in the Bird Beach Estates has got 6 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms. It was built in 1985, and you'd be blown away by it. I want to send you out the listing so you can look it over. Make sure you go to my website or give me a call, and I'll send it over to you. It's definitely the location on this. It's a multi-level home. It's on the Intracoastal, so if you're a boater, this is everything that you're going to want in the world. Okay, it's got the 3 2-zone air conditioners. The pool is surrounded by Turkish marble, and you also got the Brazilian teak dock. It's got the private keyed entry to the beach. It's absolutely stunning, and I want you to take a look at it. So if that's your level, if that's where you're looking or considering, this place in Highland Beach is everything you're going to want. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to cover that and a few other things. Talk to you in a minute.
Houses and Homes with Realtor Jerry is a show dedicated to keeping and improving the value of your property. If you are thinking of buying, selling, or holding property, Realtor Jerry and his weekly guests will keep you up to date on important actions and trends in today's real estate world. For more information, call Realtor Jerry at 561-267-4499 or visit the website www.sellinsouthflorida.com. and let's get your property working for you. 561-267-4499 is the number you need to call for all your real estate needs. Just ask for Realtor Jerry.
Are you looking to buy a home in Palm Beach County? Well, finding a new home just got a whole lot easier. You can now have the MLS of Palm Beach County in the palm of your hand on your mobile phone using a new and completely free real estate app. Here's how it works. You're driving through a neighborhood that you'd like to live in. You pull up the app on your phone, and the app uses the GPS on your phone and pulls up all the available homes in the area. When you see a house you're interested in, just click it and get instant information, including price and pictures. You can even schedule a showing. To get this free app, just text Jerry to 32323. Again, just text Jerry to 32323. No more driving around for hours looking for sale signs or wasting time online looking at listings. Just text Jerry to 32323 and you will soon see how simple finding a new home in Palm Beach County can be. Or, if you prefer, you can call Realtor Jerry direct. His number 561-267-4499. Realtor Jerry knows Palm Beach, so if you're looking to buy, sell, or even rent, give him a call. 561-267-4499. But for the free real estate app, just text Jerry to 32323.
Today's real estate market is complicated in buying, selling, or just maintaining your investment. A mistake in purchase can cost you thousands of dollars, and selling below market value is never a good idea. Now, here's Realtor Jerry, who will show you how to buy and sell in today's real estate market. Get ready to call in at 888-721-0074 and find out how Jerry can help you pick the right solutions to your real estate questions. Here's Jerry.
We're back. Thanks for sticking around. It is a wonderful day here again in South Florida. Got a question during the break. Just going to go over that real quickly. The question was about gated communities, which, you know, as a local realtor, of course, I know a tremendous amount about them. I blog about them all the time on my website, sellinsouthflorida.com. The question was, are there any gated communities with houses in the 400s that have low HOAs? And the answer is yes. There absolutely are. You know, the HOAs oftentimes depend on a lot of different things. It's going to depend on the location. It's going to depend on the amenities. It's going to depend on the security. It's going to depend on a lot of different things. But there are a lot of them out there that have got sky high, just blow your doors off, sky high HOAs, and there are other ones that have lower. Okay, and to answer the question, yes, there absolutely are houses in the 400s in gated communities that have lower HOAs. All you have to do, I'm going to be off the air in just a few minutes here, so feel free to give me a call a little bit later about that. My number, 561-267-4499, 561-267-4499. I'm going to go over this last listing that I said I was going to talk about, and this one is in my second favorite town in South Florida, which is Wellington. My first favorite town, as everybody knows, is Delray Beach. My second favorite town, Wellington. This one is listed. This is for the equestrian group. Okay, if you're not an equestrian, if you don't love equestrian and have horses and all that stuff, this is definitely not for you. It's still a very interesting and beautiful house, but it's not for you. This house is listed at $7.25 million. Okay, it's 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, but it has 6 acres of land in Wellington. Imagine that. Okay, 6 acres of land, and it also has a 12-stall barn just for the equestrian people. Okay, 12-stall barn, and it is just an amazing estate in the exclusive equestrian community of Wellington. Okay, that's one that again, just it has to be seen to be appreciated. It's been up for a little while. You know, it's only been up for a couple of months, so it's not as if this one's been sitting around for years, because it's not, because it's priced too high. It's priced right. It's a great property. If you're in the equestrian world, it's definitely one you want to take a look at. It's in the Saddle Trail Park in Wellington, $7.25 million. Give me a call about that as well, 561-267-4499. Now, let's talk a couple of minutes here about things that you can do now if you're thinking about selling your house later. You have to remember, when people are considering buying your house, they're considering buying a lot of houses, and they're going to look at them. And a lot of times, you don't get that much opportunity to catch someone's eye, and you want them to remember good things, not bad things. So the first thing that you want to remember when you're considering selling your house is that someone's going to walk in and they're going to look at it, and what are they going to think? Now, I've talked before about cleaning places up. Yeah, you want to get the dishes out of the sink. Yeah, you want to burn a candle or two before the showing comes. But thinking a little longer term, when you have time, first thing you want to do is eliminate the crazy colors on the walls. Okay, if you've got bedroom 1 is painted bright pink, and bedroom 2 is painted magenta, and bedroom 3 is a turquoise to burn your eyes, you may love it. Your kids may love it. The buyer is going to forget about the dimensions of that room, and they're solely going to notice the paint job. Okay, if your son is a big Dan Marino fan, and his bedroom, which is the number 2 bedroom in the house, and it's got a beautiful ensuite bathroom and just tremendous dimensions, and the view from the windows is wonderful, all the buyer's going to remember is that big mural of Dan Marino on the wall. They're not going to see anything else. Okay, so paint it. You're moving anyway. You're already moving. Apologize to your son. Promise that you'll, paint Dan Marino and Ryan Tannehill on the wall in the new house. Paint that room. Make it a neutral color. Okay? If your kitchen has got just colors that don't make any sense, okay, get some paint in there. Make it neutral. You want the buyer to notice that you've got that fantastic $3,000 to $4,000 stainless steel refrigerator. You want them to notice that you've got the dishwasher that's built in that is just, cost you so much money. You don't want them to remember the fact that the walls are a color that they can't forget, right? You want them to remember the good things. You don't want to draw focus away from the great things of the house. Now, when you're thinking about when you're doing your upgrades, some people think, well, I need a new dishwasher because the one I have is broken down and I'm going to be selling my house in a year, so I'm going to need this. Don't buy a $4,000 dishwasher. No one's going to buy your house because it has an expensive dishwasher. It's not going to happen. Get one that works. Get one that does the job. That's all you need. Okay? When you're upgrading your refrigerator and you think, I'm going to be selling my house in 2 years, I'm going to buy this amazing refrigerator so it increases the value. It's not going to. Okay? If the house is worth $300 and it's got an average refrigerator, it's worth $300 when it's got a super expensive one. Okay? No one's going to pay thousands of dollars extra because you bought expensive kitchen appliances. Think about that when you're thinking about improving. Every dollar you put in doesn't come out. When you're improving your bathroom, when you're improving your kitchen, people, they think if they put 30 in, the place is going to be worth 50. Okay, in general, that doesn't happen. Unless the place is completely taken apart and you're actually just redoing the entire thing, you might get dollar for dollar. If it was in such bad condition before, you might get that back. But when you're thinking about minor improvements around the house, put in average appliances. That's fine. Paint the walls. That's good. Make it something that people aren't going to remember when it comes to the colors of the walls. You want instead them to remember the dimensions of your house, and that's very important. I'd be more than happy to go over this with you, every individual house, whether you're thinking of selling in 2 months, 6 months, or a year from now. You know what? I can come over and give you some ideas. I'm more than happy to help. All you have to do is give me a call. It's 561-267-4499. We're getting close to the end here. I want to go over, just remind you, if you're in the real estate world, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to listen to our show next week. Okay, Paul Sallow is a real estate guy in China. He's going to be calling in via Skype, and he is going to give an amazing presentation on how you can get into that market. It's a show that you can't miss, one that I've been working on for a long time. Finally, it's come together, and we're going to be able to do it. If you're interested in any of the properties that I talked about today, the one in Delray Beach for 1.325, the one in Highland Beach for 4.25, or the amazing equestrian estate in Wellington at 7.25, just give me a call again, 561-267-4499. I want everyone to have a fantastic day. Don't forget to tune in next week. Go to my website, sellinsouthflorida.com, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.
The reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend.
You've been listening to Realtor Jerry, and he has shared his views on how to survive in today's real estate market. Join Jerry next week and learn that buying right makes the difference. Realtor Jerry will bring you more concepts and ideas and wants to hear from you next week. Remember, go to Jerry's website, www.sellinsouthflorida.com, and see our archive shows to learn more. The opinions expressed on